So this is a new DC to DC converter, and it's going to take the 12 volt power from my home batteries and step that up to 48 volts at 1.5 amps so that I can power my Starlink Mini. That's the core purpose of this part. Now on one side, the 48 volt side, we have this nice female plug that's going to fit the male plug perfectly, and on the 12 volt side we have a black and red conductor weighing in at 116 grams. Now there's an example of the male plug, and there's the AC power supply that comes stock with the Starlink, but we want to run on DC because it's going to be more power efficient and keep our AC power supply on hand. Now, this is the DC to DC converter I was using before, and it doesn't have that handy dandy male to female connector, so that had to be added on. This one's also a little bit smaller. So we're going to try it out, share and compare it to the other one. And if you're curious how it's going, if it's still working, just ask me in the comments below and I will do my best to respond. So first things first, we are clipping off the ends and using our Wagyu style connectors to connect our conductors together. They also help insulate them while we're connecting them and prevent shorts. So that's what we're doing there. Links to everything we're seeing here on Amazon is below. Okay, so now we're taking our positive conductor and connecting that to the red wire. And this goes to our positive bus bar, our DC panel and it's on a switched at 15 amps. You could go lower amperage if you wanted, but the panel I have has a resettable fuse built in set at 15, so that's what I'll be using. Okay, so we're getting our our negative conductor connected, and now that it's connected, we are good to turn this on and see how it runs. So this plug that comes right out of the inverter should fit our Starlink plug perfectly, and it's gonna match this little like waterproof gasket, so that's kind of cool. Not that I ever want water in here, but it's neat to have more waterproofness than that one that we were using before. Alrighty, for our first proof of concept test, we'll make sure that the Starlink's disconnected because it's not on, and then turn our toggle switch on to give it power and wait for it to connect, then see how many watts it's pulling. We'll also probe for voltage. We're seeing 13 volts. That's good. That's right where it should be. And then we can use the multimeter to probe for amperage as well. The metal enclosure for this converter has some heat sink pieces of metal on it, and it's not too hot to the touch, so that's a good thing. Okay, Starlink is downloading a software update, so that's a good load to put on it for testing. We will check out our statistics and see our power draw is averaging at 24 watts for the last 2 minutes. And I think that this software update download is going to be a really good first test for this system. Let's see what we're seeing on the virtual remote management console for our Victron system in terms of our DC load. And this is showing 44 watts DC load against all our DC appliances, so that makes sense that the Starlink's taking around 25 watts of that load. Next, we'll check our amperage on our input side because those conductors are separated, and we are seeing 1.3, 1.4. So that's floating around a little bit, but it's lower than specification, but not too low to be concerning. So all things good there. We're giving that a check of completion as well. All right, now that we've verified that this is indeed working, all our voltages are to specification. We've successfully downloaded a software update. We put a good load on it. We're going to go ahead and mount it to its motherboard. and we'll leave the other one in place just in case this one fails in the future. We can just fail over to the other one. I'm feeling pretty confident though this is gonna last a long time. In any case, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you around.